War Thunder leaves you spoilt for choice, with 5 nations to choose between and a vast inventory of beautifully accurate historical aircraft. And if that doesn't quite do it for you, this game is also free to download and play. Before you take to the skies, you start in the hangar, where you can choose your nation and your favourite aircraft, and you can also customise the way your aircraft looks, its loadout and its crew. And if you want to, you can also tinker around with a few modifications. Now, before we head into our battle, we have to select our aircraft to do the right job for us. So the job is ground strike, so we're going to want to pick one of these larger aircraft here. Let's go with this one and load it up with 4 bombs for 250 pound bombs. All along the ground, there's a lot of targets to hit. Oh, we've been hit, we're taking fire, See, flak is very dangerous. What it is basically an explosive shell which fragments into pieces which just destroy the aircraft, tear it apart. So we're going to want to turn ourselves around and get in line for our next targets. Perhaps go a bit lower so we can make sure we do get some hits. And we've got a little mini-map in the top right corner right there, which makes it a lot easier for us to spot our targets. So I'm just going to slow it down right here and hope that my bombs reload in time to drop on these targets here. If not, make a slight turn and hopefully hit something over here. We're very low though, so things could go desperately wrong. And drop. Oh, the gunner's firing away. Somebody's on our tail. We've got a gunner firing away. It's our only defense against enemy fighters. We can also switch to this view, which is awesome. We can take on the role of the gunner and hopefully save our crew. Oh, we got him. We're taking heavy anti-aircraft fire. Look at that.
Take him down.
We got one. We've also got a gunner on the front of our aircraft. We've got one on the back and one on the front. So if we switch to the gunner's perspective, we can fire from the back. Using the same controls, we can switch to the front gunner. Oh no, we don't have a front gunner. That was a different aircraft. My mistake. Our only defense against the enemy fighters is this gunner on the back. And he must be a very brave person. Oh, we've been knocked down. We've been knocked down by anti-aircraft fire. And there you have it. Let's go for a little bit more of a fighter role in this whole battle. So we'll go with the Hawker Hurricane. The Hawker Hurricane Mark I, which is most famously known for its role in the Battle of Britain. Here we are. Now, the really cool thing about this, being a fighter pilot, is you can switch to first person. How cool is that? And it really reminds me of a game I used to play called IL-2 Stormwing. Oh, we've destroyed an enemy aircraft, have we? Maybe we damaged it enough with our previous aircraft that it exploded. So we've got a kill. We've got 1 kill using a bomber. That's amazing. But yeah, this really reminds me of an old game I used to play a long time ago, which was IL-2 Stormwing. And I think this game has done a fantastic job of replicating what that had to offer. It's amazing. You can really feel like a pilot. You sit in the front seats and take this thing out to battle. We've got a player down here who's flying a BF-109. Underneath their name it will show the aircraft they're flying, which he's flying a Messerschmitt. BF-109 Messerschmitt. We're getting very close to the ground, so we've got to be very careful. Woo! Now, of course, if we want to, we can just fire away at the enemy. No care in the world. Oh, look, we've got ships firing up at us and everything. We've got to be very careful because we've got a very fragile aircraft. Now, when we're targeting an enemy, it will come up with a ring around him and a ring in front of him. And when we get close enough, we can zoom in on it. And we want to fire where the circle is in front of him, which means that's the direction he's heading. And that's where we need to fire to hit him. So we're going to try and try. Luckily, we've got a lot of ammo. In real life, so I hear, you would have only had a few seconds. A few seconds worth of ammunition and then you're out. And that's if your guns didn't jam either. Oh, we're on fire! We've been taken down. Burnt to a crisp. In a blaze of glory, we went down. Here we are back at the hangar after our first battle, which unfortunately was a defeat for our forces. So we have a few options here which I want to show you. We also can use the touchpad as a little mouse. So over here we can do tutorials. You can check out events and tournaments which are going on, which is really cool. You can take part in those things. We've got some bonus items that we can activate here. These are rewarded daily, and they're boosters, so they boost your score from each battle if you choose to activate them. We've got our inventory of vehicles down here, and when you scroll over, it will give you a bit of history, which is really interesting about the aircraft. So, there you go, some facts about the Hawker Hurricane Mark 1. Let's go up to this little menu here. We can change vehicle. No, I don't want to start the tutorial, I want to change vehicle. So we go up to research here, and here you have the massive inventory of aircraft, and this is just for the British forces, the British Air Force, the Royal Air Force. If we look at the top here, these are our points. We've got Silver Lions, Golden Eagles, and light bulb things, which I believe we use for research. So you spend the light bulb points on researching an item, and then if you want to purchase it, you can use the Silver Lions or the Golden Eagles, which will drastically improve the speed of your research and unlocking new aircraft. So here we are back home with our beautiful British aircraft. Let's take to the skies for one more fight before we end the video. So this time we're heading for another ground strike mission in Western Europe. And we're fighting against light vehicles, but there will be enemy opposition in the air too, so we've got to keep an eye out. So let's stick with our favourite aircraft. Let's see if we can switch up the bombs to 2 heavier bombs this time. And let's go, let's fly. If we need to, we can break out the Hurricane Mark 1 and take on some enemy fighters. As you can see, there's a lot of targets on the ground, and if we get low, we could be in a very dangerous zone. But it's a lot easier to use third person to drop bombs and hit targets, in my opinion. Because you have this giant circle reticle right there, trailing along the ground, showing where your bombs are going to actually drop. With the bomber view, it's a lot harder to hit, I believe. It's a lot harder to work out the site and work out where the bombs are actually going to hit when you drop them. But let's give it a go. And if we don't hit, we can switch to third person view. Now as we're flying, let's hope that our gunners are protecting us, because I can hear what seems to be anti-aircraft or bombs going off. Let's drop a bomb there. 2, 3, 4. Wow, look at all the targets there. Now we do have a machine gun, so we can go down if we want to and assault the enemy ground forces. And they're making their move through the forests and across the roads, trying to get an advantage over our forces on the ground. So let's see if we can help out our friendlies on the ground and take out some of these targets. Okay, no hits right there. And I think those bombs that just hit the ground were ours. We dropped. So we missed. Let's not get too close to that airfield over there, because it's already firing off flak rounds at us. Let's make a turn. Whoa! We got taken down in one fell swoop. Okay, it's not over yet. We've still got some ground forces to take down, so let's switch to the Beaufighter.
The enemy has taken the initiative.
With the help of his heavy cannons, we should make short work of those ground targets. Let's go. Avenge ourselves. So here we are. Here's the targets I selected. These guys going down. We're not quite close enough yet to fire on them. It's a little hard to see them go through the trees, so they know what they're doing. They're trying to make it as difficult as possible. Let's see if we can take some out. Oh, there we go. 1 armoured car down, 2 armoured cars down. We've got to be very careful. We're flying way low. But we've got no bombs to drop, so we've got to get in close and personal with the cannons. Let's turn around for another run. It looks like our team's taking a beating, so we've got to turn the tides of this battle. Here we are. Look at all the enemy targets. We've got a lot of targets to try and get rid of here. We're still reloading our machine guns. We've got 8 seconds to go, so I don't think we're going to make it in time to hit these targets. We're going to have to fly over and come back around for another run. Oh, we're taking fire from an enemy fighter though. Let's turn around and see if we can take him off us. See if we can get him off us. Now the controls for the gunner are very sensitive by default, so it makes it very difficult. Oh no! Surely we're done for. We've got 2 people on our tail now. We managed to scare them away for a short while, but I have a feeling they'll be back. In the meantime, we can turn around and make for another run on those ground targets. We've taken a bit of damage, so it's making it a little bit more difficult to fly now, though.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Whew. That was scary. Now we've got anti-aircraft fire going off as well. The woes being an enemy pilot. We got a hit. Can we take him out? There's one. Whoa! Pull up! Pull up! Oh no! Let's take the Hurricane out for its final spin. Let's take the Hurricane out in a last-ditch attempt to turn the tides on this battle. See if we can take down some enemy fighters. It's like our whole team's on this one guy. I feel sorry for him. He's on the end of this. He's down. Done for. Let's go this way. The sky's just littered with enemy aircraft. And I feel like we're the only one. If we hold the left analog stick also, we can use a communication type of thing. So we can say who we're attacking, and we can ask for assistance on attacking too. Let's turn around and take this guy down. Switch to first person, see what we can do. I think we got a hit on him. Oh, I think he's just below us. I think he's gone down. We got an assist, but we're taking some hits. So let's turn around and see if we can find another target. First person firing. There's one. Take down a Messerschmitt. A worthy opponent. Very worthy opponent. We got a hit.
The enemy is winning. We must counter
We got loads of hits. Oh, he's taking a hit. Taking a big hit there. Big puff of smoke came out of his engine. That's got to be critical, right? Let's see if we can take down this aircraft. Oh no! We've been taken out and our wing's been shot off. There's nothing we can do now except for bail out.
We suffered a defeat. Head back to base.
So let's head back to base for an overview of what happened in that battle. There we go, there's the scoreboard. We destroyed 3 ground units and we got a couple of assists. Quite a few hits, but we didn't take down any enemy aircraft. So let's continue. Now here we are. We're able to do some research. Congratulations, you have researched Radiator. So sometimes this will come up after battles when you're researching an aircraft, and you can... These are basically the modifications you can upgrade your aircraft. So if we press X, we can spend some points, some light bulb points, to research. Now see how this one costs the Silver Lion points? You can purchase it straight up with those. And we can buy these, we can fast track the research on these using the Golden Eagle points. That way we can max out the capabilities of our aircraft, but we don't have any of those to spend because I spent them all trying to unlock the Lancaster bomber because I really wanted to fly that thing. So there you have it, our first day on the battlefield. Oh, and it's been a tiring one at that. So me and the crew are going to head back to our bunks, get our heads down and get some rest for the night. I wake up for another day on the battlefield. So, until next Thursday, guys, be sure to leave a comment and leave a like. Let me know if you want to see any more of this game, and we'll check out the other forces that we can choose from and all the other aircraft. If you want to see a different game, or you've got a game that you'd recommend for Firepower Thursdays, it can be absolutely anything, as long as it involves explosives, firepower, anything of that sort. But let me know, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to bring you back next week for the next episode. So thank you all for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.